First off, rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Overseer.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
Yo.
What up, good people? We are back with a brand new episode 168. I believe 169.
Just told him.
Just told him. It's a brand new week, man. It's your favorite pod's favorite pod, man. It's your boy Buchanan, short-term memory guy. Hey, it is what it is. But I am the Commander Fan official, so we back. And who else I got with me? And look like we missing somebody, man. We would have been on time too.
Yeah, would have been on time if only y'all could see what I see backstage. Motherfuckers out here looking like cavemen and shit. I'm talking about gristle, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Taking out the bone marrow. Bones snapping. Boy, it look like he in the locker room with Dan Campbell, kneecaps and all. But I ain't gonna put him on blast, But just know I see what you're doing backstage, partner. I see what you're doing backstage. No wing left unturned. Boy, killing that shit. But you already know who it is. It's your boy AJ. I got my red cup. Mr. 0-2 out here. But in the wise words of Karen Frogers, RELAX. I gotta relax. But now that we got y'all here, make sure that you follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter at 3manweave_. Make sure you join our Facebook group. Go to Facebook, type in 3Man Weave. You'll see us. You'll see the picture, of your three favorite guys pull up.
Yes, sir.
And also, make sure you subscribe to the YouTubes. You're here. If you're here, make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe. It's down there. Subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, and then hit that little thing that look like this. Make sure you hit that thing that look like this. It's a thumbs up. It helps other people find us as well, man. So, welcome. So, we had some things that was going down. I kind of wanted to wait for Hill to get here, but as he's chowing down on some good old hot wings, I don't really know if we can wait on him. But
let's get it.
Here's what I can say. Here's one thing that we can start with. Las Vegas, man. Las Vegas Aces. Let's start the show with the WNBA champs. Are we not remiss in skipping over that? I think that's a big deal, and I think it's dope.
It's dope.
The turnout that they had, for that parade. What do you think?
It definitely was a decent turnout for the championship this year. So definitely kudos to them. But it's an exciting team.
Yeah.
I like the Aces.
For real.
Did you see not to take away from that championship, man, but did you see the post-game press conference?
Oh, they was lit. I enjoyed that, man.
They was too lit, man. Too lit. But that's how it should be, man. Hey,
it's a celebration.
Work hard, you achieve your goal, celebrate, and rightfully so. But kudos to them, like you said, great season. And let's see if they can run it back, man.
And, like when we were talking about Sylvia Fowles and, her resume as a WNBA player, man, when you go look at Asia Wilson's resume, You know, most outstanding in the tournament, you know, in college champion, Olympic, you know, gold medalist. Now she's an NBA champion, you know, player of the year, first team, you know, all WNBA, all of that. So it's like, hey, well, you got a little sauce in your beard, dog.
Oh, my fault. Y'all already know who it is. You know, hill, baby. You damn right I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? I worked all day. Think I ain't gonna eat. I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying?
You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. We ain't got no hate there. You ain't got no smoke here for me, partner.
You know, I just didn't want to disrespect the Fords and just eat in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's all.
You could have at least offered, you know, Uber Eats your boy some.
Yeah,
you know, my fault. I got you.
Like, I'm hungry, you know. Let's break it down like, you know, back in the Vegas days. Like, hey, you know, like the cookout tray. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you ordered it, you get the burger, but hey, hold your boy down with a quesadilla.
I'm saying, but I know to get the wrap. You know what I'm saying?
You got to give them something.
What was y'all talking about?
Oh, we was just giving props to Las Vegas Aces, you know, talking about the
shouts out
raid.
to them. Oh, Becky, come on now.
Yeah,
the NBA got to be kicking themselves, right?
Because to me, you need, like, I won't say you needed Becky, but you know she's a basketball mind. You know she came up under one of the greatest basketball minds of this generation.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine not even Becky. Like, to me, Becky getting to the playoffs in the NBA would have been a much larger story. Like, I don't want to take, and please don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it would have been much more publicized. You know, Becky Hammond leading a playoff team in the NBA as, you know, the first woman coach in the WNBA. Her getting there, winning so soon, and putting that squad, that's a squad.
Yeah, fact.
Mm-hmm.
They got a squad. But
like it's like instant success, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's still impressive, man.
And not just it 100% impressive, but I have so much faith in Becky Hammond that I know she can do that in the WNBA.
Yeah. What do you mean in the NBA?
Yeah.
In the NBA,
yeah.
Yes.
Because I was about to say she just
did it. My thing about it,
feel like she could too. My fault here, but I do feel like she could too. But I just feel like, to Hill's point, like for her to just go in right away, I don't think it matters men or women. It's professional.
That's impressive everywhere. That's impressive everywhere.
For you to be,
bro, it's hard winning a championship in any sport, bro.
Yeah, man.
So like, regardless, there's different difficult degrees of difficulty, but that shit hard regardless.
Here's my thing though. I understand that, you know, they've been, you know, been wanting more pay, more revenue, more views, more viewership, and all that. Why was they finals game on a Sunday?
Hey, it's TV, bro.
It's TV.
You don't pick the days. You see what I'm saying? They have their TV network deal, right? And network tells them, bro, these are when your games are gonna play, and it's based off the ratings that you command. Don't want to be during that time, you're gonna have to command more ratings, and that's on the sponsors, the partners, and the league itself to do a better job of marketing. Young girls are playing basketball, bro. I see it. I'm on the grassroots level. Young girls are playing basketball. So it's like, you got to convince them. There was a point when we were little boys where we all thought that we could possibly make it to the NBA. Like, at one point, we all believed that was a realistic thing, right? It's like the WNBA got to figure out how to market that dream to young girls. And when you figure out how to market that dream to young girls, you will expand your viewership. And that's when they will play at a better time slot.
So
I understand.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying when you say when they market that dream, because yes, you want to market, you know, the largest moments of your sport, but to actually get young girls to play basketball, the WNBA, they actually don't have to do any marketing to get young girls to get young girls to play basketball. Because guess what? The women's NCAA tournament has been doing that for years. And they did the job for them, to be quite honest, in that aspect. But what I do want, so that's why I'm glad that at least the parade is starting to get, shown and starting to get love and stuff like that. But I do like, because that, it's showing that, there is that, it's that pinnacle, like you get to that moment and you get to be celebrated when you achieve it in this sport. But they need better. They do need to do better, marketing the journey. And like you said, complete. I understand, your time slots are your time slots, but it's the WNBA finals. And you know what you ain't gonna be able to compete with? The NFL. And guess what? That's not a demerit on your sport, because can't nobody compete with the NFL.
Yeah.
Bro, like some of the you can put some of your best basketball matchups.
I say the NBA gonna find out.
The NBA has a hard time competing with the NFL. The NFL is appointment, like, bro. The only thing that I've ever seen compete with the NFL is Game of Thrones. That's the only thing.
But then
a lot of market don't watch the NFL too. So,
but this is what I even mean by it. So it's like they have to play at the same time, because all the other primetime slots are all taken also for the rest of the week. So it's like you're gonna get baseball primetime slots the rest of the week. You're gonna get TV shows primetime the rest of the week. You're gonna get news network primetime the rest of the week.
But the thing about that is,
where is your hire? So it's like we just have to put you, and we know that you're gonna be secondary wherever we put you, which is and by no means am I trying to slight the WNBA right now. I'm just dealing with the harsh reality of it. You feel what I'm saying? The same as like our viewership. You feel what I'm saying? Like we ain't where we want to be with our viewership, but it's like, hey, we're gonna be on Wednesdays at this time.
Wednesdays at 8. Whoever we compete with, we know they kicking our ass. But the playback.
Yeah,
but my got time to watch us.
Right, 100%. The only thing that I'm saying really and truly is, like, I understand, but what's I'd like, because when you say look like competing with news and stuff, a lot of times those news channels, when it comes to like sporting events, they will come on later because they postpone them for those live events. So what I'm saying is, why not say, hey, we're gonna give y'all an extra day off and we'll play on Tuesday night or something like that. Because it may be some primetime television shows that's coming on TV on Tuesday, but guess what? It ain't the NFL. That's all I'm saying. So I'd much rather go up against a primetime television show on Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I know I wouldn't even mind going against a Thursday night football game. This year is a little bit different because the Amazon deal, and now they because they got the Amazon deal, they've tried to give us some pretty solid games, from what the preseason schedule was. But in years past, I'll compete with a Thursday night game because next thing you know, like, hey man, this shit kind of trash, yo.
Yeah, they definitely done better. Even last year they did a little bit better. But they just need you on their team, man, so you can go and market or make a case.
Let me go ahead. Let me spruce up this resume real quick.
At the same time, you feel me? But I know you say you don't want to. Some of those primetime markets are serious though, man. Like,
of course,
it's just the fact that we're just saying anybody other than the NFL.
The NFL, like I said, bro, I go up against ER. I don't even know if ER still come on TV. What's the
when it was? You definitely did not want to go up against.
You want no parts of ER.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. That's what it was. I'm over here sounding old as hell talking about ER and shit.
Them shows alone.
I might as well say MASH.
You can compete with Mash. If you can't compete with Mash, you need to wrap it up. You need to wrap it
I
up.
like Mash, yo.
I don't know why. I don't know. That's nap time.
Listen,
That's nap time show.
Listen,
That's what you put to go. That's your sleep
yeah,
timer right there.
Yeah, it's a good show to take a nap to, man.
That's melatonin. That's what that
So what was it? The Simpsons would go off, MASH would come on. Mom's gonna start knocking on that door, making sure your ass is in the bed.
Facts.
Now I'm doing that shit. Life coming around full circle,
bro.
Yeah,
turn that TV off. It's time to start getting ready. Time to start getting ready for school.
But shouts out to the Aces.
Yeah,
Vegas.
Sure.
Like I said, the parade was worthy. I don't want to take nothing away. Vegas don't need no excuse to party, but I'm glad they showed up for them.
Somebody,
because it was other like we just said, it's other day parties, it's other parties that you could have been to, and you chose to go to the parade to celebrate them. They showed us some love. They had a ball. They was lit. They told y'all they was going to be lit.
Show up because that's the team that's winning.
But like I said, it's other things that you like we say other networks, other shows that they could be watching and other stuff. It's always something to do in Vegas, and they chose to go to the parade. So I'm glad, like I said, they was lit. They they showed out. Oh my God, she was definitely lit, and she deserved it.
100%.
She deserved it. She's 100%. She's the champion on all levels. She's a great. She's a face of the team. You got it. Is she recognizable? Yeah, she deserved to be lit. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. All levels, all aspects.
And then right back to the grind.
Yeah, definitely.
Right back at it.
So we're gonna do a little pivot real quick because I wanted to save this one until you finish the Wings Hill because I feel like we could have a good little combo here. So this was supposed to be kind of where we started off and but. Let's get to it, man. So XXL, they dropped, a list of where you could, only choose one pair to collab for an album.
Mm-hmm.
So they came up with Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Drake, Kanye West, Young Thug, Future, 21 Savage, and Lil Baby, Vince Staples, Freddie Gibbs. The one we've all been waiting for, to be quite honest, K. Dot and Cole.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to pick that one.
Right, NBA YoungBoy and Wayne and Lil Uzi Vert and Playboy Cardi. So to start off, who's the collab that y'all want to see from this list?
You want to know what I really want to see from this list? Vince Staples, Freddie Gibbs, man.
God damn! Why are we so alike, yo?
I wasn't gonna say that. I thought AJ was gonna say that one, so I didn't.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see from this list. I don't. You know what? Want to know what I don't want to see from this list? 21 Savage, Lil Baby, because I feel like Dirk and Lil Baby already did that.
I can see that.
I feel like I feel like Lil Baby got his slash partner.
Why did Playboy Cardi make the cut?
No, bro, but there's a lot of people that like Playboy Cardi, though, bro.
Playboy Cardi has a cult fan base. Like,
it does, bro.
Playboy Cardi, Playboy Cardi could be a headliner at a lot of festivals because he has a huge fan base with the kids. Like, let me not say the kids and sound old as hell, but
Virgil Blow loved Play. He loved Playboy.
Bro, I'm telling you, go watch. Like, I know you're not gonna do it, but get on YouTube and watch Playboy Cardi at some of these festivals. They go crazy for this shit.
I watched because I was trying to figure out like what is it, but when you start listening to the music, you be like, all right.
I'm not saying he bad because I've listened to him before, and I ain't saying he bad, but I'm just the list. But okay. I'm really disappointed, not disappointed, but shocked that we never got a Drake and Lil Wayne album yet, or even a mixtape.
Because they did so much together. Do they even need to do an album? They could you could put out a best of.
What did Craig say?
Put out a best of Lil Wayne and Drake. Right now, you can put it out.
We got a Jay-Z and Kanye.
That's true. But that's why theirs ain't up there. You feel?
Yeah, they are. They are up there.
But different people.
No, it's different people.
I mean, obviously with different people, but I'm just saying we've been neglected. I think because Drake and Wayne haven't missed. I believe if they went in the studio together, they could create some magic.
Technically, the Young Money stuff is them together. You feel what I'm saying?
So real quick, Cannon, to get back, can you why did you pick Vince Staples and Freddie Gibbs?
One, because I like them both. To me, they're so strong individually that I would just want to see what they could do together, man. I feel like it would be epic for me. I love Vince Staples. He's smooth and he got the swag. Like I just I love his stuff, even his commercials, bro. Like you feel me? I even like his commercials, and Freddie just raw. You know Freddie Gibbs. So it's like Freddie is those type of bars that I've grew up on. You feel me? So it's like I'm always like that. So it's like I would like to see them together, and I think it remind me of I don't know if y'all really hip to Black Star, but I feel like it might be something like that.
Yeah. But the reason, hey, I'm just saying. But the reason why I picked it too is, for one, I feel like the styles contrast enough where it wouldn't be just kind of like the same kind of like person rapping. But I feel like they both could be on the same content. You get your gang talk, you get your your good song constructions, you get that. But I also think they personalities will work well on an album, and I think the promo run for that album would be one of the most creative, funniest shits ever. Because them two are the funniest dudes, like in rap, and they both can rap. They both make great music, and they both got great personalities, and they both funny as hell. Yeah, and Vince's last album was amazing.
Yeah,
it definitely still gets run with me.
Hold on? He said, "Give me that." Don't they have a collab album?
It might be. I think it's a mixtape.
They do it a lot. They got a lot of work together too, though.
I swear, I think they got a collab something. They got
I'm gonna let you control the show, AJ. I don't want to jump the gun. I was about to
go ahead.
I didn't know if you was gonna ask this, but I got two people that I would like to hear, and this is kind of two people in their prime. I don't know if it will work now, but I would like to hear like a prime T.I. I'm usually your guy here with a younger Crit, like before Def Jam got him, when he was hanging with Paul Wall and Currency and Wiz, that Crit with a T.I. And I would just like to hear that, because I feel like they both like really would have represented the South. Big Crit was on his swingers and his his 86s with his speakers, and Crit was, what Tip was doing. So, and just Tip and Crit, I think they could have really done some wordplay with that too. So
the songs that they got together is
already
so a full album of chemistry of the stuff that they can go to, like I said, like the song structure and stuff that they can do, production of Crit, they can do a whole bunch of stuff that take it to a whole nother level, other avenues, other subject matter. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Facts.
Wouldn't be that mad at all. I got one, and it's probably how I do. When I find somebody I rock with you to the core.
It better not be who I think it is.
Oh, it's definitely Simba.
Yes.
Who
else? Who else? Please, because I think you're about to take one of mine.
Nick Grant.
Okay. All right.
I need Simba and Nick Grant, because I do think, to be quite honest, I kind of think they similar. Right. And they have a similar style.
A lot of bars, though.
Right.
That's what I want.
Bar overload.
Can I throw a third one in there to add to that? Throw my guy Jid on that album too.
Oh yeah, we
that
really bar overload, man.
Gotta pull out the encyclopedia.
Right. Hey, because listen, that'll be one rapping ass album, yo.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But the fact that I think that if you listen to Simba's last album, with the album he just put out, he put out a well-rounded album, so he actually showed you that he can actually make songs other than just giving you just bars.
Yeah.
And also Nick Grant, his albums are well-rounded as well. He shows you that he can actually give you other things other than bars. So they can give you straight, if you want just straight bars, or if you actually want to, song structure, other songs, and other ways to go about it. I think they can give you a well-rounded album. And like I say, I'm everything Simba just been putting out right now. I'm rocking with. So like I said, he on my new hot list. So I'm rocking with him. And Nick Grant still, still my guy. Obviously, I think I left Jid out for you because Jid, come on, man. He put out a great piece of work recently too.
Yeah, facts. So that's a lot of good.
You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong. That's a 3-man weave for your ass right there.
Hey, listen, that'll be something crazy. So
I'd rather have a crit and a Bun B instead. And you talking about prime? If you use the premise that you
now,
if you use the premise that you said, prime and prime
now, and what I will say, Crit is probably the only person that I could see Bun ever doing an album with, just because Pimp C had a lot to do with like Crit getting on and Bun B and them, all of them. So it's like, and Crit really loved Pimp. So it's like, I feel like he would definitely do Pimp justice on that. So I ain't mad at that, man.
And I heard an interview one time when he produced something for Bun B, and he was like, he actually let him produce it, but he was nervous, kind of like, I don't want to tell Bun B how to, like, like he didn't want to say, hey, yo, rap it like this way right here. Or, he didn't want to actually produce it. He was kind of nervous about him. And Bun was like, hey, bro, you know what you're here for? You know what I'm saying? So the chemistry is already there. I'm telling you, like you said, if you use your premise, like you say, prime Bun, prime Crit, man, but
facts.
This right here, you might well just go to jail. Give me Kodak. You might well you play that. You might well just play that all the way to the precinct. You know what I'm saying? That's where you go.
Hey, so I got one more, and it's he'll gonna know, because this has been one of my favorite artists for like the past couple, like the past year or so. But for one, give me Gucci Mane and I Swear Vezo.
I like that.
Like, it's gonna be a whole bunch of street talk, my kind of shit, and then I can get that with a payroll Giovanni.
Which Gucci?
Give me Trap House Gucci.
Trap House Gucci.
You want fat Gucci?
Yeah, give me stuff. Give me stuffed up Gucci.
Okay. You know what my favorite Gucci is? Right out of the Bing Gucci. That's my favorite Gucci, man.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. I'm a big Gucci fan, so I kind of like them all. But
I know I do like them all, but that's just my favorite one. Fresh out the feds, like that whole Woptober, that run.
I needed him to go to jail. I needed to catch up. He was putting out too much music. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, we needed a break. We needed to be able to go revisit all of that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm halfway quiet as a cat. I need Currency to go to jail soon.
Nah, Currency.
I'm only joking. Joking, y'all. But like I said, hey, he putting out too much damn work. You can't listen to all that shit.
But hey, you know who trying to keep up? Larry June.
Larry June.
Yeah, facts.
Larry June, boy, that boy, he drop a new promo for something every week. Like,
I swear y'all send a new one every. I'm like, bro, you got to live in the studio.
Hey,
speaking of him, we might well see him on Primo, right?
Oh, 100%. But you know who else I was gonna say with him, because to me Primo was real easy. Payroll, man.
Yeah.
Because to me, I've always said the Bay in Detroit is the same. Their music construction and how it sounds, how they talk.
It's their pocket that they be on.
Yeah,
they be in a different pocket. Well, I love that pocket, man. I love Oakland rappers, and I love Detroit rappers, man. I don't know what it is.
That's that Black Air Force, Black Air Force mixtape.
Straight up.
Let's do it, man.
Trying to think.
Let's do it.
Straight up. I think that's about it for that one.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I will say, Hove, Dr. Dre, that's just a damn cheat code, man.
Yeah, I don't even want it to be quite honest.
Prime, come on, man. Hove, Prime, Dre, that's a cheat code.
Who's the one on this list that you don't want? And we not going to talk about Lil Uzi Vert and Playboy Cardi, because that ain't really our lane.
I said one already.
Who was yours? Oh, 21 Savage, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
What about you, Hill?
Anything Young Thug.
You said
I'm
what?
good.
You said
anything of I'm not a Young Thug fan.
I like Thug, man.
Yeah.
Thug he know how to make music though, man. For some reason it just be hitting, bro.
He is a good feature artist. Let me say that.
Yeah.
I personally, I can't listen to none of his projects. I can't listen to none of his projects. But like, put him on a feature or something. He delivers. He
too much at something. Definitely, he definitely deliver on features.
But I like I said, full project. I'm good on anything.
But him in Future, that's an overload for me. So that's definitely an overload.
That's what I'm saying.
I see that.
You can see what? You can see what he don't know. We don't know what he's saying.
He be making up his own lingo, man.
Don't definitely tell me he right. I'm definitely no. Are you not listening to that's correct? No.
No, that's what it comes down to. I am not.
Hey,
that's just me.
That do be fire though, man. But the thing that I think we've gotten the last of our Thug music,
unfortunately.
So, yeah,
I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't wish that. I don't wish that on him.
We couldn't even get that. So
yeah, I don't wish that on him. But it just I just couldn't get with it, right? Sorry.
What's up next? What's next on the agenda?
Week 2, baby.
T.I. didn't even know what they was on their head together, man.
That's true.
You know what time it is, man. You've been holding them off. Hopefully, while we transition, hopefully Aaron Judge can go ahead and hit this home run.
He up the bat.
I don't know. I'm on the pod with you, my brother.
Basically, you just mentioned it like you knew or something.
I know I did say that like I was watching it. Before we get to the NBA, before we get to the NFL, NBA talking about possibly lowering the age limit.
I don't want that, bro.
Bringing it back, the players collective bargaining. Players union is trying to argue for that. Yeah.
So
I
just ways about it.
Not do it.
Why?
I was about to go on Ace Ventura. Remember when Ace Ventura did that and just went? But nah, man. First of all, it would just ruin high school sports, bro. Which is already in shambles.
It's not already ruined.
Yeah. So it's like it would take it to the brink even further, man. So it's like I just feel like having high schoolers at least know they gotta be a student athlete all the way through high school. They gotta be good enough to get accepted into college and at least maintain and stay there for 1 year. That's gonna at least give them the ground basis of what they're gonna deal with. If you don't want them to do that, but then you're gonna give them $1 million contracts, you're hoping that they blow it. You see what I'm saying? They gotta learn some type of something. They gotta move away from home, even if it's just for 2 semesters. Learn something. And I get it, AJ. You saying like, you know what I mean? But I say, listen, man, learn something, because if you don't, bro, you ain't gonna have a clue what's on these NBA contracts, and you're probably not gonna have a clue what's on them anyway in 1 year. But you'll know a little bit more, man. Going up to school and house, getting your full ride, making sure that you're validated up there, you'll start to understand a little bit more, man, about how things come to fruition together. And you might meet somebody that at least tell you, read. You feel me? Don't sign nothing without reading, and really school you to that. So I don't know.
My thing about it, Matt, AJ, you can go. I'm sorry, you can go.
No, go ahead. I'll bring it.
It's not the fact that I get it. They should be able to make their own decision. They shouldn't be forced to go anywhere other than that. I've been an advocate since we had the pod of utilizing the G League. I'm a proponent. Absolutely. If they're going to come straight out of high school, I need them to I need a minimum year of the G League. So we need to expand the G League. Let's actually utilize what is there for. It's a developmental league. Let's utilize this. Let's not throw these away. Like, because at the end of the day, the NBA is going to need stars. They're going to need these players to produce. And if you keep recycling misses, all these kids are not ready to come out from high school. It's always a select few that's either they live up to the expectations, or they just become a journeyman in the league at that. If that. But it's a long list of players that don't pan out. I don't want that for these kids.
I don't want a lot of tellfares, bro.
I don't want that for these kids. So I want these players. I want them to, if they're going to allow them to come to the NBA, you can draft them. You can do everything that you want to do, but utilize the G League. That's all I want. Because if you're not going to, because you go ahead and draft somebody, and like I said, you just recycle, and then next thing you know, they don't pan out.
2 years.
They don't pan out. So at the age of 22, at the age of 22, you got a loss. You know, I'm giving it some leeway. I'm just saying.
At 20, they be out the league, bro.
Out the league
with no education now, and you blew your opportunity for free education. That's my point of it. So it's like, if they got to at least let them try to take advantage of something that before they lose it all. You feel me? Because like Hill said, when they were having high schoolers come in, and then we're gonna unleash you, AJ. But when they were letting high schoolers in before they put the college ban back on, there started to be a bunch of high schoolers at the end who were not ready, bro.
Yeah, they're just going.
Exactly. Just because they were the best high schooler that year. But that doesn't mean that they were NBA ready. You see what I'm saying? So, and it messed up a lot of people, got them into the league and out of the league so quick and so fast. And it's like, where are they now?
Go ahead, AJ.
So I've always been in agreement of using the G League as well. But for me personally, we talk about, 1 year of college. If we're going to implement, kind of make, having them attend college, I would much rather see something similar to the NFL, where it's at least 2, maybe 3 years removed from high school, instead of just a 1 year and going to college. Because a lot of times, Cannon, you were talking about, going to college and learning this, doing that, doing it. A lot of times in this 1 year, they're not doing that. You're talking about going and learning to be validated. They don't do that because they're the number one recruit for that team. So they're not going and having to stand in line. They have a handler that's going to do all of that for them. So they're not truly going there to learn anything. They're not going there half the time because they're not even going there to get coached for real. Because they're just like, hey, bro, just give me the rock. I'm about to go get in the league and stuff like that and do what I got to do. And half the time, if stuff stops going their way, they just end up sitting out and waiting.
High school, though.
But so my thing is, if we're going, I'd much rather, we talk about, the high schoolers that we see, get drafted and out, next thing you know, they be a journeyman. How many times we see a lottery pick, who was a one and done, get drafted, and next thing you know, he's a journeyman. So it's the same thing. You just spent a year in high school. Don't mean
I'm knocking people who don't even become journeymen.
But what I'm saying is, we see those lottery picks that end up being journeymen too. We see the number one high school recruit. Sometimes
that's good money.
But what I'm saying, Cannon, we see lottery picks who don't end up being journeymen as well. Not as much. Yes, you do.
Not as much, bro.
Yes,
not as
you
much
do.
as when we seen. Not as when we were seeing those high school kids come out around the Nerlens Noel time. We didn't. That was the most kids that we saw coming and getting spit right back out, and they're no longer in the league, bro. You don't even remember some of these kids' names, bro. And 2 years from now, it's like, bro, 2 years from now, some of these dudes we're not even gonna see. It's unfortunate, but the lottery picks, I'm last 3 to 4 years, which is long
because they got guaranteed contracts. So they gonna last for them. So if you're coming straight from high school and you got a guaranteed contract, you're gonna last 3 to 4 years, and then after that you're gonna get washed out anyway.
The same type of guaranteed contract. They didn't have the same type of guarantee before.
But they need to figure out a plan. Is all I'm saying. Because 100%. even now with the G League Ignite, the team that they got, that when the players bypass college and they go straight to the G League with that team, a lot of those players, if you looked at the draft last year, they didn't go first round. They end up going second round because they all on the same team. They not being able to showcase their talent.
They're poaching each other's, skill up.
Exactly. So they just out there just balling. It's not really, like I said, they're diminishing their value. Actually, let's utilize the actual G League, spread this thing out, because it's a lot of people in the G League that's they are developing. But it's a lot of people that's wasting spots in the G League as well too. Let's use those spots with actual young draft picks, and let's develop this as if you have the resources. That's all I'm saying. If you have resources, use it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Why not expand the G League and expand the NBA draft instead of doing 2 rounds? Expand the NBA draft, stock up talent, in the later rounds. Expand
2 rounds, but I guess it has to be 2 rounds if you're going to keep the roster that size. So that was the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Expand your G League,
or stop wasting your damn picks on. Oh gosh, that's not coming in 2 years.
I never understood that either, man.
Draft. That's crazy. Draft them when draft them when they come. Don't draft them.
I don't get it.
If their ass ain't coming,
and I don't understand how that worked anyway, because you're putting them in an amateur draft and they've been pros.
Exactly. They should be like free agents.
They
should be like free agents.
They should be. It should be like the MLB when they bid on those foreign players. Like you should be able. Like it's just a free agent, and everybody who wants, if you want them, you bid on them. Like the dude from France, Wembanyama. He should like
if your dumb ass want to use a max spot on him and you don't know nothing about it,
by all means,
max away.
Hey. But like I say, we take it for you. It's ways that they can go about it.
How did the Rockets acquire y'all, man?
Tank. They tank. Organically. Like I don't even know if they was really that damn trash to get him. It's just one of those. I don't know how it happened, but that's how that happened.
But that was just their regular pick. They didn't.
Yeah, he was number one.
No, I know that he was number one, but that was their rightful pick.
Yeah, I believe we got to research that if that's the case.
Yeah, we got to
put me on the spot.
Come on, Forrest, hold us down, man.
We go get you. We gonna hold you down in the show about this, brother. We got you, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna start uploading this shit right now.
Physically, they would be okay, but mentally, I think they would struggle. Social media destroys grown men. That's a fact.
What we talking about?
We talking about the players coming in, young players coming in immediately in the league.
Bro, social media is destroying 10-year vets.
he said that's what he said. He said social media destroys grown men.
Yeah. So just imagine what it would do to a not fully
18-year-old.
Yeah.
But my thing is,
he go out there 0 for 5 and he look at his phone halftime and all he see you a fucking bum.
But bro,
all in his ass.
What I'm saying is the 10-year vets is doing that shit too. KD got 6 burner accounts and he one of the best in the league, bro. It's just, bro. What I'm saying is,
he got mega millions to make him feel better about it.
But that's what them, some of them gonna have the mega millions too. But what I'm saying,
absolutely, that's a different excuse.
What I'm saying is
the social media like everybody else, though.
But what I'm saying is the mentally tough ones
can't handle that. Social media.
Hold on, let me finish this real quick. What I'm saying is the ones who can handle it are going to be the ones that's going to handle it, because all of them ain't going to be the ones that can't handle it, because it's they've been they've been phenoms their entire career and they've been able to handle it up until this point. And so they as it goes, they'll be able to handle it. The ones who can't, they going to fall off. It's some that's, like I said, the ones that, that are at the top now can't handle it. So what it's going to be, it's just going to be that.
But I wanted factor though.
I wanted to get to this one too.
Go ahead.
So Rakia said, so what happens to the NIL stuff for the college players if they lower the age? Not a goddamn thing. Ain't nothing going to happen to the NIL stuff, because just as once again, it should have never been no NIL, because they should have just gotten paid. They should be paid athletes. But if we're going to keep this NIL stuff, you got NIL players for, some of these guys who want it done. Now you take them on the team. That just removes them. They're still going to be a best player on that team, and he's going to get that NIL money. These people who giving away this money, they want to give this money away. They want to give them this money. So it ain't going to change the amount of money that these players are getting.
It may actually increase.
Because guess what?
They're going to need you in college. Yeah, we're going to need you in college.
Yeah.
But just back to Rashawn's point, there's definitely, yes, they're grown men struggling with it, but there's definitely an maturity gap between the 18-year-old man and a 28-year-old man. It's just research facts. So it's like, as difficult as it's gonna be to deal with social media when you're playing bad. Let me finish.
I know. I just want to go next.
And doing all of that, it's going to be even more difficult, regardless if you feel like they've been a phenom already and they've been doing this stuff. We can't see, and y'all are big proponents. We all are big proponents of mental health. So it's like that really affects people, kids especially, because kids put up a fake facade of nothing bothers them, but it really does. So it's like you may not even know until it's too late with them.
Okay, so here goes my thing. You know what's worse than going 0 for 5 and having some NBA fans come at you? Going 0 for 5 and then having college fans come at you. To be quite honest, these the college fan bases are way more rabid than these professional fan bases. Like just in overall.
Less people, bro.
Less people who?
Bro, when you go to an NBA team, you're gonna have millions of followers. You're not having millions of followers in college unless you're the
no.
bro.
But here's the thing: you may have less followers for your account.
So
but
those teams,
like, and then but here's the thing: when you're a pro player, there's stuff in place, and as far as your accounts go and stuff, that kind of allows you to protect that, because when you have blue checks, certain stuff. But hold on, what I'm saying is, when you're a college player, they have way more access to you, because guess what? You still got to go to class on Monday. Not only are they killing you on social media, you sitting next to a person that say, "Hey, you a fucking bum. How did you fumble?" No, it happens. Like, that's what happens at the University of Missouri. That's why they boycott. That's one of the reasons why they boycott it. So to me, what I'm saying is,
and that's exactly why I'm saying that they're not ready for it. If it's tough.
But what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying.
Ain't ready for it yet on a professional level.
But that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, college ain't gonna prepare you for that. College is just gonna subject you to the same shit. It's gonna subject you to the same shit for less money.
D-League and development, right?
But that's my point.
You're not gonna be in the G League getting roasted by millions of people, because millions of people ain't watching it. It's different. You're gonna have a chance to develop and learn how to deal with what comes with being a pro, because it's different than being a college athlete.
That was my point, why I said they should utilize the G League, because when you go to the G League, it allows you to. What I'm saying is, when you go to college, just because you're doing 1 year from college, it don't protect you from getting social media criticism and automatically prepares you for that.
From college is not a cure-all, bro.
There we go.
So that's what you're arguing, then that's a waste of time.
This motherfucker can't help but smile. Say the shit.
I said it. What you mean?
Come on, say it. You smiling? Go ahead.
I ain't even say that, bro. I'm just trying to get the week. I'm just trying to get on the week too, my brother.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why you're over there smiling. You over there smirking, corners of your mouth all raising.
That wasn't even. I mean, all right, man. Just
get to it. Come on, man. Come on. I'm ready.
You're not ready.
Yes, I am.
You're not ready.
Yes, I am.
Let's talk about your team, brothers. Let's Cannon. Let's talk about your team.
All right, man. I'll start with mine. Listen, man. What's this coach's name?
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. What did he say when he said that they were gonna be biting kneecaps? They was gonna be in the trenches, man.
He don't care if you got one leg and one ass cheek.
Shit, bro. Let me tell you, bro. The first half, Detroit punched the Commanders in the face like they had a beef and a vendetta for 10 years, bro. And I ain't talking about just on one aspect of the ball. I'm talking about even on the special teams. Like they were like, bro, it was like, bro, why did you bring that out? Because I'm gonna destroy you. And it was like literally, I put all of that on coaches because you see that the players, they came out the second half and they played up to their potential. But the coaches, when you get attacked like that, the first drive that we had was sacks on all the passing attempts. So it's like then the very next drive is a sack and a safety. If you don't call a timeout and curse somebody out right there or do whatever you need to do to right the ship, but you just acting like, oh, we're just gonna kick off again and no, and it just kept getting worse. And now they're riding on a wave. So that was on Ron. Ron, you played it too damn cool. I don't want to see that no more, man. It took forever for me to get on board with the Commanders. I got on board. Don't go back to doing that type of stuff, man. I feel like it was players that actually rallied the team at halftime because they finally had a chance to catch their breath. I don't even know if it was the coaching staff, bro. And I'm gonna just go out there and say it. So it was like, but kudos to Detroit. Funny thing is, the week before I said, dang, I said the Eagles because AJ had the Eagles. He predicted them to go to the Super Bowl. I told Hill like it really came down to them and the fact that AJ lied to me and told me that Green Bay's defense was
what
3, and so I picked them, right? So, but I
good
almost
right now, yo.
So when Detroit put up 35 points in them, I was like, how? But now I see how Amon. How you say his name?
Man.
No. Just call him what his name means. The sun god. The sun god. He was shining bright than a motherfucker.
That's exactly what it was, bro. Hey, and he was getting filthy, bro. I ain't even gonna say that it was scheme and all of that. Like he was cooking.
He's
and
legit.
Like I said,
he's legit.
Our guys were flustered. The coaches didn't do anything. But I did like the fact in years past, we would have laid down. We actually got back into that game, and that just gave me some hope. I don't know if it's going to be enough to beat the Eagles because the Eagles clearly beat Detroit. They're a better team than Detroit was. So it's like I'm even more scared. I'm just hoping that the rivalry and whatever guts that y'all found in the second half, y'all use for the whole half next week, man.
That's what y'all got next. Y'all got the Eagles next.
We got the Eagles.
Okay.
But that's one of the reasons why I was saying like preseason, I was like, man, I like Detroit. Like, they got like I was saying, that offensive line ain't no joke. And say what you want about Jared Goff, Jared Goff was a quarterback to a team that went to the Super Bowl. And not saying we got Super Bowl faith in him with the Lions, but he's experienced enough to get some stuff done, especially with a run game. So I was like, this team, I like them. And, a lot of it came, some of it came with, hard knocks. But once again, it was like, hey, when you see the culture and players buying in and they feel like it's genuine,
they bought in.
It can go a long way. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I like this team. And, they definitely going to make some noise. I'm not saying that they're going to get into the playoffs and win, but they're going to be pushing.
And you said this at the beginning. You said they might not make no noise, but they are going to be a hell of a tough beat every week, bro. And they are. Yeah. And if you sleep on them, you're going to get exposed.
Punched in the fucking mouth.
I should have came up with a better analogy or nickname for them because they above competitively trash. They above that. You know what I'm saying?
They're just competitive.
Yeah. You know what?
They're just flat out competitive, man. They not.
I like that.
Just keep it simple. You want to go, AJ, or you want me to go?
I'll go because I that's the only team that won. It only makes sense that you go last, right?
Y'all making this harder than what it is. I ain't come up here. I ain't come up here to glow. I ain't said nothing to you.
Yeah, but in all honesty, I'm concerned. I'm not panicked, but I'm concerned.
All right. Well, if you're gonna say that, you might well wait to the segment then, bro.
But no, wait. But prior to the game, through our text messages, I told you the things that I was concerned about. and why I was worried about this game. And you kept saying, "Hey, bro, stop it." No. But I'm like, nah, seriously. Like, these are the things that I'm concerned about, and these are the types of games that we lose. Look back to last year, to how we lost to Mike White in the Jets, how stuff like that. And I said, if we sit back there and we let Mike White get in the rhythm, get comfortable. I mean, not Mike White, Cooper Rush, sit back, get in the rhythm. Let that first opening script, go off, and he get in the rhythm at home. It's gonna be ugly for us. What happened that first drive?
He got in the rhythm.
I text you, Hill, and I said, this is the best script that y'all have ever ran. Like, everything is working.
I had to text him, like, come on now. You put too much sauce on that one. But I understand what you mean. But too much sauce on that.
But then as we saw, it's just like, okay, now
they let him pick what he wanted, man, which is smart.
Like everything just started working. Our defense, like, they was on their heels. And my thing, what I hate about the Bengals is they don't change their game plan. Like, we didn't say, you know what, they're playing Cooper Rush. Let's blitz him and make him uncomfortable. He's terrible. He's terrible against the blitz. We didn't put no pressure on him early. And my thing is, yes, Trey Hendrickson is good. Yes, DJ Reader is good. Why aren't you? But so what? Why aren't you just coming out and why aren't you trying to set the tone? And that's been the Bengals issue since last season. We don't try and set the tone. We just came out and we're gonna stick to our game plan. We're gonna stick to what we do. No, sometimes you gotta go out here and assert yourself, so that way, like stop trying to be a counter puncher, because y'all can't fucking counter all the goddamn time.
I agree with that one.
Because when you're trying to be a counter puncher, when you actually get fucking punched, it fucks up your whole game plan. And that's what happened. We out here trying to counter, we out here trying to stick to our game plan and then be like, okay, let's counter. Next thing you know, when they running more cover 2 than cover 3, when Micah Parsons is running, being a rush, like an edge rusher instead of playing off ball, splitting like he normally does, when, your run game isn't working to, set up the pass game. When you're not getting those downfield shots, you don't know what to do. Like, stop trying to, be like, okay, we gonna just run our game plan. Sometimes you got to be like, you know what? This is their weakness. Let's attack their weakness instead of saying,
need a jab.
We don't got a jab. We don't got a jab. We don't know how to put bugs on the windshield.
Yeah, man, you up there just trying to counter, man.
And that's what I'm saying. We instead of when we
take your advice. Give it to my team and probably every team that lost this week, bro.
When we play to counter, we're gonna lose every time, and that's what happened. But guess what?
Gonna lose every time.
And then as you see,
not playing to win.
As you see the second half, we start making a comeback. It's too late. It's too late every single time. Like you should have played to win instead of trying to just let's see what they gonna do.
I hate that.
Well, they fell right into your hands because Kellen started to get conservative in it, after he, came out in his bag. And that's the thing that we, sometimes as Cowboy fans that we love about Kellen. Oh man, this here goes some plays. Here you go. Here go the rhythm. This is what we talking about. This is what we want you to do. Keep going, keep going. And then when we got the lead, when we went into halftime, you felt they made it seem like it was a blowout. Like, you made it seem like a blowout. But they kept getting field goals, chipping this thing away. Next thing you know, it was like a 1-possession game. And but at this point, we're not doing anything on offense, because at this point, after we got 17, we were just trying to get out the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand you have a backup quarterback. You can't ask for so much, because Cooper did exactly what he was supposed to do. I mean, he had some times that he tried to throw it away. He had some opportunities that could have went, the other way. But on a positive note, he did exactly what your backup quarterback is supposed to do: execute the game plan and get the W. It was a good team victory. My defense was out there relentless. They executed the game plan. We played way more cover 2 than we've ever played since acquiring Dan Quinn. Like I said, I haven't seen that much.
No, y'all played the most. Y'all played the most cover 2 in the league Sunday. Not just that y'all have ever played. Y'all played the most cover 2 out of any team in the league on Sunday.
And that's a testament to, like I said, that's a testament to Dan Quinn. Like I said, we're not accustomed to doing that. That's not a coverage that we heavily run. So
but you know what Dan Quinn did? Dan Quinn, he punched first. He didn't try to counter.
and we knew but we knew we had to. See, that's the difference. Like you said, y'all had all y'all players.
Yeah,
y'all had all y'all players. It was a different mindset. We lost our captain. You know, saying if we go down 0-2 without our starting quarterback, this season, our season could be over.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like, stop thinking stop letting these teams come in thinking that they playing with house money. Like, no, you need to come in here, put your nuts on the table, and assert yourself. Because to me, the thing about this game that I didn't like is why you ain't got why you don't have no cover two beaters. Like, everybody in the NFL should know what plays beat cover two. Why are you not running them? Like, why like, how do you know the deep middle and the deep outs are open in cover two? Why are you not trying? Why
cover two until late?
To me, it doesn't matter when you start seeing the pattern.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if why aren't you putting these linebackers in conflict? There was no routes to that put
everything that you said earlier though. That's
all I'm saying. And that's why I get that goes back to my point of why I've always had questions about Zach as a play caller. Even like Cannon, even when we go,
it ain't just him.
But what I'm saying is, Cannon, like,
no, I get it. It's definitely
this week. That is a concern for me when I say you don't come prepared. Like I've said before, he had superior players and athletes at these skill positions where it was just like, okay, go win.
On paper, he definitely should have. But one thing I noticed from all three of our takes is that it is very difficult. It came from all of our teams that struggle with this, even though your team won, Hill, to play 4 quarters of the type of football that the team wanted to play.
Yeah, keep going. Let's expand to the rest of the NFL now.
Yeah,
let's go.
That's why, and that was my point where I was saying not just Zach, even though it is on Zach, and I ain't trying to cape for him right now because everything that you said about him, he deserved it. Just like everything that I said about Ron, he deserved it this week. You feel me? We're not caping for them. But what I will say is, like, these coaches I want to give kudos to them. If your team put 4 quarters together on film and took care of business all 4 quarters, like the Chiefs be doing, like the Bills be doing.
Hold on.
But I'm just
I know what you got. I'm just saying,
we gotta give kudos to these teams because I think sometimes we take it for granted what we're seeing. Like when you see the amount of games that Andy Reid has won, whether it's just regular season or not, like I don't give a damn. Like that is greatness that we witnessing, man. It's like ain't a lot of people around that could do that. Mike Tomlin also, man. Even though they lost this weekend, right?
Yeah.
But
it kind of felt like college.
Yeah, it did.
All these leads. I mean, the Ravens blowing their lead.
Yeah.
The Browns blowing their lead. How these teams was going at it, I just keep blowing these leads. It's like, what are y'all doing? Like you said, 4 quarters is tough. Like hell, like you said, the Bengals came back. It went down to the wire. It took a game-winning kick.
Yeah,
it took a game-winning kick.
Yeah,
same as last week.
Like I say, the Cardinals coming back.
Yeah, that was magnificent, bro.
That was
Dolphins.
That was crazy. I mentioned the Dolphins first.
Hey,
that thing,
I got to take my hat off to him, man.
And I ain't want to set you up because I was going to ask you.
I never said he wasn't good. My thing about Tua is I just feel like come week 8, I'm looking for him, man.
I know
he gonna be who we thought he is. But
go ahead, Phil. Go ahead. I'm about to set it up.
All right, so real quick, we talk about how these teams ain't giving us a good solid 4 quarters, and we had have these teams come back, and you mentioned it's like college. When you look at the first couple weeks in college, teams you expect to win come out looking super sloppy because guess what happens in college? You don't have no preseason. You just practicing, and then you get on the field and you have a real game. To me, I think, especially, I can't speak for other teams, but I know for my team, it's looking like, hey, some of y'all asses need to be on the field in preseason because you got dudes missing assignments, not communicating checks properly, not having, not being able to identify your line assignments properly. And it's game 2 and it's happening. And you looking like you're sluggish. You're not prepared for the NFL game speed and practice. You look good in practice. when you're going against your team's offense. Because guess what?
You
9
know
times out of 10, you know what the fuck they about to run.
Yeah.
Now you got a team playing chess with you and trying to confuse you, and you trying, are they gonna go with their tendency? Are they gonna have a tendency breaker? Yeah. Then you out here guessing, and it looks like you're thinking because you always a second too late. You always a little bit off of this. So my thing is, that's why I'm not saying you got to go out here and play every single down of the preseason, play the whole, third game of the preseason, but you need to get, a series in game 2. You need to get 3 or 4 series in game 3 before before the season starts, so you can have these in-game situations against other people who are going full speed as well, but you don't know what's happening. So
look what Roe put.
Let's go ahead and put it. Feel sorry for my guy sometimes, man.
Tannehill definitely not good enough to sit
I put it uphill.
Someone should have told Mike that Tannehill isn't good enough to sit out the entire preseason, especially with new wide receivers. I mean, that's 100%. That's 100% fact. I mean, we know the running game should be a seamless transition. We knew just get Henry back, we good. The running game should be good. But like you said, this passing attack should have been worked on with, like I said, an entire new cast of wide receivers, knowing that you need some semblance of a passing game to open up this.
That's kind of success right there.
Is it common?
Why is Roe the smartest person in the organization? But hey,
let me ask.
I just about the Titans. So I got a question, and I can't remember where I heard it, but so they, I think it might have been Dominique Foxworth when I was listening. He said if the Titans felt that they would have been good this year, they would have re-signed AJ Brown. Is this kind of like a semi-rebuilding year? Because going into in the playoffs last year, a lot of pundits were talking about how they were one of the weakest number 1 seeds that we've ever seen, and kind of things just happened to align for them. Is this them actually trying to do some foresight, get ahead of things, and free up cap space, try and bring in some younger people on those rookie deals and get things a little bit better, and do kind of like a soft rebuild and prepare themselves for a run later on down the line? And like I said, have those players on cheaper contracts, so now maybe next year they can go out and really try and splurge in free agency and try and be a contender then.
I think for this, we specifically talking about the Titans, right?
Yes, the Titans.
I don't think that fits them, because they immediately went and turned around and paid Harold Landry.
Yes,
they paid him. That's big money.
But the one thing that I would say about that is the difference, because
the difference between what?
I'm about to get into it. So remember how we were talking about wide receivers and the wide receiver market, how teams are starting to think that they can just bring somebody in, and the hit rate is a little bit higher on wide receivers, but the price is high as well. So sustaining somebody at a premium position, defensive end, but trying to get younger, get a cheaper version of AJ Brown in there, and you have a young quarterback, and try and match them up with your young quarterback. And so your offense may take a step back. Hey, if you're competitive because you got a great defense and stuff like that, cool. But let's put someone that matches our young quarterback's timeline, and let's see how things go. And because also, as we know, with running backs, Derrick Henry, we don't know how much traction he got left. I'm not saying that he's washed or anything like that, but with the, after that foot injury, it's like, can you really give Derrick Henry 350 carries again this season? Is it going to be something that's going to kind of like, transition, like I said, a soft rebuild and start, preparing for your next phase?
I get what you're saying, and like I said, it makes sense. The theory, the logic, it makes sense, but it's the fact that they went and got the same type of wide receiver, because they knew they could get the wide receiver. Why pay, like you say, why pay $20 million when I can go get you for a lesser price? And on top of that, knowing that we are a run first offense anyway, we should be able to go with seamless transition. Like we went and got Robert Woods, we went and traded for him. Like I said, he got traded for. That's a contract that we took. So we really not saving money. We're not saving so much money.
To both of y'all's point, I think
so
this is the last year of the project, regardless. So I think it's a way to they're hedging their bet. So it's like they ain't tanking, but they also preparing because they know that, like, look, if Tannehill can't get a soft this year, yeah, we
it's a hedge, Joe. But like it's more so a hedge, like more so.
Yeah. So it's like they're preparing. So it's like they also could prepare to keep them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but got AJ Brown out of there, give us a little bit of leeway to have more room to operate in the free agent market this year, or you know what I mean, re-sign our players if we make a bigger push than we think. So it's like, I don't think they're giving up. Because like they did go out and get Robert Woods. They, they did replace AJ Brown. Not with his presence, but they did
with another player.
Yeah,
because like I say, they may be a team that believes in the cap. They may just believe in the cap because they could have easily signed AJ and restructured his contract to make the numbers work and finagle the cap.
Everybody don't know the secrets of manipulating the cap. Every GM just ain't sharing their secrets. Like, you gotta have a cap guy to do it. Like, it's a reason why some teams continue to manipulate the cap and some teams don't, because they don't have cap guys.
Then I fire somebody.
Hey, you better. And don't, just because you fire somebody and hire somebody don't mean that they're gonna be, people be like, yo, I can come in and get this cap under, until they start maneuvering and seeing the real cap in your real books, and they be like, yo, this cap done, bro. Like, last guy, it's gonna take me 4 years to fix this cap, bro.
Ain't no finagling.
But nah, it wasn't. If you knew, like I said, like if you know some of the modern tricks of the salary cap, you should be able to fix it. But if you don't, it will. And you do it the right way, no, it will take a long time. But that's up to your team, like you said. You got to get the right people in there.
So we got some undefeated teams, right? We got 6.
Run them down.
We got 6 undefeated teams. I'm gonna go and break them down team by team. So, the question is, are we all money in, or we don't believe you? You need more people.
Yeah, we about to find out.
So, is it all money in, or we don't believe you? We need more people.
Yeah.
First team, Miami Dolphins.
So I'll go.
Don't hedge it either.
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and say, like my boy Dom Kennedy, OPM, other people's money, because I put other people's money on the Dolphins. You get what I'm saying? I ain't all money in on them, but I ain't gonna say we don't believe you. We need more people, because I think that they could be they're good enough to be a possible wild card team, because, like I said, they have threats on offense where you don't need to block very long. They can get open quick.
That's true.
And they can play defense. But that offense isn't, predicated on, running down the field and running long developed routes. So I'm gonna say I'll put other people's money on that.
Where you at, Candy? Where you at?
I'm gonna go all money in on this one too, only because, to your point, AJ, like, if Tua does get hurt, which that's my one knock on Tua, is his health. I don't know if he'll be around all season. There's so many weapons that another guy should just be able to come and do the West Coast offense, man. Just get rid of it quick to some playmakers, man, and let them do it, and we can still be competitive. Got a good defense, just get these playmakers the ball. You don't have to be no elite super pass of the quarterback. You just got to be a timing route hitter, crossing routes, out routes. Just get your guys the ball. And I feel like this team can still be good because let's be honest, I was a fan of this team when Flores had them, and I feel like they had a good structure, and they just, I mean, I feel like they said so. I'm all money in.
I'm all money in because they won, because they beat the Ravens, and the fact that now that they 2-0, they get a head start on some of these other teams that's struggling.
Yeah, facts.
We keep saying that the AFC is tough, right? So you're gonna need some wins. You're gonna need to get a head start, before the bulk of your season.
The grind starts. The grind starts hitting.
So and on top, and another thing, the running game ain't really clicking yet.
Yeah, I think it will.
And we know that's
I hope so.
And I believe it will.
I hope
so. The next team, I don't think we're gonna be long on the next team. All money in. Well, we don't believe you. We need more people. Buffalo Bills.
All money in.
All money
all my life. Grinding all my life.
The next team. Are we all money in? We don't believe you. We need more people. Kansas City Chiefs.
All money in, man.
I'm all money in. Until they prove me otherwise, bro.
I'm all money in. Andy Reid, like I said, hey man, I'm rolling with him.
Got a good one. All money in. We don't believe you. We need more people. New York Football Giants.
Yeah, definitely don't believe you need more people, man. Hey, but what I will say, y'all playing good football, man.
The culture has changed.
Yeah, y'all. But the reason I don't believe you is because your quarterback's still
trash.
So it's like,
and we need to sugarcoat it. He's still trash.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can just win with the running game, good defense. Yeah, I mean, you've been able to do it so far, but I don't know if you can keep that up. So it's like, I don't believe you need more people.
The beauty of it, they're going to get some reinforcements back. They're doing this without Azeez Ojulari, without Thibodeau, but a lot of people, when they get this pass rushing back, their defense may even more. And Saquon,
on paper, it should. On paper, they defense should be better.
Remember, once again, I'm gonna take it back to preseason. Remember during preseason, I said everything outside of the quarterback, like this is gonna be a little bit above competitive trash. They're gonna be all right.
Hold on. This receiving core is ass.
No, but I'm saying what I see from Dable, like I believe in him offensively.
I do like Brian Dable, man.
So this receiving core is ass.
But I like the offense with Dable heading it. I'm not saying like I think it's going to be like a great offense, but I think he's going to put people in position for them to not be super ass. They ass on paper. It's three downs of ass on paper.
Saquon got to stay healthy too, man. Same thing.
If he stays healthy,
it's a little coily raid with Dayball behind it. It shake a little bit.
You stupid, man.
But like you said, Saquon is definitely looking, like he's out to prove something, which is definitely encouraging. Like I said, if he remains healthy and he remains to keep running, because let's be honest, he's running different. This is different. He's running more physical. He's actually, he's running. He's looking more tough. Like
Andrew Thomas looking like a good tackle.
Getting injured. Sometimes you gotta change this.
You might gotta change style up. He not going for the home run every single time. He hitting the hole.
That's what got him hurt.
All
that doing all of that, bro. You better get to the hole, bro,
and use your pads,
and then get down. Don't be afraid to get down, bro. Dragging your leg out of every play. That's how you get down, bro.
All right, yeah, but like I said, the culture. Like I said, we did say when we did the NFC East preview, the culture is changing. We definitely like all the changes that they are making.
The whole NFC East shift their culture, bro.
Oh well, my team shift nothing.
I'm just saying, but no, I don't think that you could just. And I might be speaking prematurely, but you're gonna have a hard time just walking in and beating any team in the NFC East, bro.
Oh, we're not the least no more. Like the jokes is gonna be, the jokes is gonna be the jokes. But
AFC South, we talking to you. y'all least.
Bring y'all to the stage. All money in. We don't believe you. We need more people. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They need more people, man.
I had some concerns preseason, man.
More people, man.
I'm gonna say I need more people. They're lucky that they're in the NFC, and the reason why I'm saying we don't believe you, we need more people about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is because of their expectations. People not seeing, like, people didn't expect them to just be a playoff team.
Yeah,
you have Tom Brady at 75 years old. They expect you to be a Super Bowl contender. I don't see them. I don't see them as a Super Bowl contender, and that's one of the things.
Especially wear off, bro.
Especially when what I was saying preseason about his age and that offensive line and what's going on in his personal life. I think as the grind comes on, it's gonna happen. They're undefeated, but it's going to get tougher.
Man, I just listen, man. Tom is 45. Like, I don't know, bro. I can't be all money in on no team with a 45-year-old quarterback, even the GOAT.
I'm all money in. This coaching staff has compiled 2 great game plans back to back. Week to week game plans now. So that's showing me that they prepared to make the changes necessary week to week, opponent to opponent. Like I said, we know what. Like I said, I already said it again. I'm not betting on against Tom until I have to. And like I said, they went against 2 formidable opponents. They went against a full strength. They went against a full strength Cowboys and made them look terrible.
It's time to cash them in, bro.
They went against a full strength Cowboys and made them look terrible. Had us ridiculed for weeks on. They went against and Tom ain't beat the Saints since he got there, and they won. Now next week they ain't gonna have Mike Evans and they got these other people.
Did you see? Because Jameis right here talking about,
bro. Jameis had, everything was hurting, bro. Everything was hurting on Jameis.
He should have been playing,
bro. He had fractures in his back.
Yeah, let's move on. We got one last team. All money in. We don't believe you. We need more people. Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm all money in on them.
Hey. I'm a boss.
You better be.
I'm Meek Mill on this one. That's one of my Super Bowl picks. I'm all money in on them.
You better be.
Like on paper, they had the best offseason, man.
And then it looks like Jalen Hurts has progressed. Like what people wanted to see from Jalen Hurts, because that was one of people's biggest questions. Where it's just like, where's Jalen Hurts at in his development? And it's like, it looks like I'm not saying his pass.
Now you see.
Because what's the line? What's the Mendoza line of Josh Allen's performance? As soon as they got Stephon Diggs, MVP caliber.
Yeah,
you bring in him some weapons, and now he got AJ Brown. You got
performance.
So it's just like
1 + 1 is 2, man.
So it's like, he has those receivers. He got Dallas Goedert as his, security blanket. It looks like they're trying to, get them a running game too. It looks like Miles Sanders is a part of the game plan. And then you still got the legs of Jalen Hurts there as well. That's tough.
And I don't care what nobody say.
And what's crazy to me, when the Giants let James Bradbury go and the Eagles picked him up, and now you got him across from Darius Slay.
Bro, but they cleared Fletcher Cox on waivers, bro, and that's how they're stopping the run. I don't care what nobody else say. Like, they were gonna have to pay him more money. They released him. Nobody signed him for God knows why, and he goes back to the Eagles for cheaper. And I said, bro, that's when I knew that we messed up right there, because we should have got him out of the NFC East, bro. That was our opportunity, man. Now he's gonna plug up the run. They can rush the passer. They can cover the pass. Their offense is explosive, and they have good special teams. And they got Nick Sirianni. What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Nick Sirianni.
They got a coach that people are bought in, like AJ said. Like, people are bought in. So it's like, I don't understand what more you want. And they in that window. If it doesn't happen this year, I don't think they fall off. They're in that magical window that we talk about, where you haven't had to commit serious money to your quarterback position yet.
But I'm all money in to be quite honest. Like I said, I already picked them to win the division. I had them as a legit contender this year. To say the question marks was Jalen Hurts, and like I said early on, he's definitely showed great strides of improvement. Like you said, he's definitely improved tremendously. And I always compared him to Dak. I seen in college, I'm like, he reminds me of Dak when he came out. He reminds me of Dak. And what happened when Dak got Amari? Dak went to a whole nother level. Okay, boom. You got him. You got him. AJ Brown, MVP, and MVP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just settled. It not only just settles the quarterback, it settles everybody else now. Like I say, it's a simple move and put everybody in their rightful place in their rightful pecking order. It's scary. Week 1 was week 1. Like I said, they went out there against the Lions. We know the Lions is gonna fight. If you don't knock the Lions out, you in for 12 rounds. You win for a 12-round fight. So that's the Lions. They went out there. They went out there. I'm disappointed in the Vikings. It's not the fact that they lost. It's the fact that how they lost.
They lost.
I remember I said it like I said it about the Chargers. I ain't believing in the Chargers until they show me something. I ain't never believe in the Kirk Cousins ever again. I didn't believe in him. I didn't believe in him anyway. I didn't believe in him.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
I said I didn't believe in him. But bruh, it's like come on.
When I said it's just I'm scoring and I'm hating, bro. And I was not, bro. I was a season ticket holder under this man. I seen every single home game snap live that he ever took. So it's like my analysis of him is objective because I never ever said that he was trash. I would not have gave him that contract that the Vikings gave him. I would not commit it to him that long because he's a bridge guy. Like he can get you into the dance. He can't
cut the music.
He can't dance.
Hey,
so it's like he can get you. He can get in there. He can get you into a mission, but he just can't dance, bro. He got 2 left feet. Man.
This one for Mark. He chill at house party. He keep bumping the table.
Yeah,
he keep bumping the table.
Yeah, we got you, Mark.
I'm trying to mix.
Yeah.
I'm trying to mix. I just helped you out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll tell you one more time, dog.
Well, when the good, it's always the bad. Hey, listen, is it DEFCON 5 or is it bruh chill? Bruh chill. And let's make this quick because we got to go. We got like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. Is it DEFCON 5?
DEFCON 5.
I think it's DEFCON 5 for them.
It's DEFCON 5, bro.
Yeah, it's DEFCON 5 for them.
You ain't had no business losing to the Giants. I don't care. Like, you had that game. You lost the Giants. Then you go out there. You get your ass whooped on Monday night. People won't watch it no more, and they was just still running the score up like everybody was watching. We been turned. They didn't have to do this to y'all.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, we turned and we just kept getting notifications for Stephon Diggs, bro.
How long is the game?
Like, God damn.
Like, when is this game gonna be over, bro? It's DEFCON 5. And hey, that's what we have. Ross, he's a Titan fan.
If Ross says 5, Ross is the most positive Titans fan ever. And if he's saying it's 5, it is bad.
It's definitely 5. All right, DEFCON 5 or bruh chill. Las Vegas Raiders.
Bruh, chill, bro. And I'm a
wow.
Las Vegas hater. I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl or anything, but I think they're a competitive team. They're gonna be in game. They've almost won both of their games.
Mm-hmm.
I really think Carr is the difference, but I'm not here to hate on Carr. They're close enough to where it's to me, it's like you say about any of those borderline quarterbacks, AJ. They'll get you some. Carr's gonna get him some. You feel what I'm saying? He's not that much to be able to win games all the time when he has, because we've seen he's had opportunities both games to win. He definitely didn't seize it against the Cardinals. So it's like you had chances against that car, and you were trying to throw it away. Before the Renfro fumble, you were trying to throw interceptions, and the Cardinals just couldn't catch, bro.
What did
Still couldn't do it.
They just couldn't catch, man. I'm like, bro, I'm wanting it to be an interception. You know me, because but no, it's bruh chill for Las Vegas. They got a lot of good ballers. They got a decent defense, bro, but it needs to be better, man.
That's what the problem. That's the
DEFCON 5 for me, because what you said when we did the AFC preview, you said they cannot keep up with the rest of these teams. They might can score, but they can't stop a nosebleed, bro. And I'm confused. Like you said, you got Mason Crosby, you got Chandler Jones. That pass rush should be helping out the secondary, but
they don't have the depth and they gas, bro.
Yep,
they gas, bro.
They are gas. That's why I believe now you 0-2, you behind the 8 ball. It was already going to be tough.
It's the offensive turn to take some pressure off of them, though. And going, like I said, Carr, go and get us some. Go and get us some. You should come out of this the first quarter 2-2.
Okay. AJ?
Oh, I'm doing bruh chill, so we can move on because we press for time.
Right.
And they playing and they got the Titans Sunday, so that should help.
Somebody come off this. Somebody ain't gonna be on here next week, right?
That's weird.
That's what I got. DEFCON 5 or bruh chill. Cincinnati Bengals.
Bruh chill.
Bruh chill. Bruh chill. Actually, they've been in both games too, just like the Raiders. So I can't switch my logic. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Clean up your mistakes. Zach, do better job of not being a counterpunching and jabbing first, or putting your imprint on the game first. And I don't think you panic here, bro. You have the talent on both sides of the ball. Coach them up better. Be more prepared, like AJ's asking you for, and go out and win some games, man. Stop making it so damn close.
So I'm really bruh chill because every team in the AFC North, they lost last week. So every team is 1-1. Every single team is 1-1, and we got the Jets next week. Yeah, except us. We're 0-2. That's why we're on this list. But
sorry.
Every team is 1-1 except the Bengals. The Steelers and the Browns play each other, and I'm not sold on either one of those teams. You know, the Steelers, they beat us, but I also believe, I'm not hating on y'all Steelers, I don't believe that they're a good team. I don't believe that they trust Mitch Trubisky, and that offensive line is not as good as, you know, some Steelers fans have told me that it was with the moves that they made. And I think that the coaching staff has proved to you that they don't trust Mitch Trubisky to put the ball in the air consistently to win games. And behind that offensive line, Najee Harris is having a hard time running. And before the season, I picked us to be I picked the Ravens, my Super Bowl pick. I picked the Ravens to be, you know, and you know, to go to the Super Bowl against the Eagles, but I picked us as a wild card coming out of the AFC North. And I still believe that is an attainable goal. And that's why I'm at bruh chill. And I know, Mark, you're saying you're better than our line. I won't say that y'all are better than our offensive line. What y'all are doing is not doing drop backs to put your line in those positions to get beat, because y'all not trusting Mr. Trubisky to drop back and just make plays. It's quick game, and we're not doing that. So y'all line is not better than us. Your scheme is better than ours, which is allowing you not to look as bad as us. So I guess in a sense, yeah.
But it goes back to what I said about Mike Tomlin. We got to give some of these coaches credit who have been able to, like, we really sleeping on some of these coaches, whether it's regular season wins or not, what some of these coaches have been able to do in these last 15 years, bro. Some of these coaches need to put some more respect on their name, man.
100%, and that's what. Let's go ahead. I don't know. We press for time.
I'm just saying, myself included, because we've been heavy on the criticism. We could be heavy on the praise too.
That's a fact. And I know this team didn't qualify for this list, but I'm DEFCON 5 for the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh yeah,
I'm DEFCON 5.
Yeah, they won again.
They tied.
They tied and they lost.
That's DEFCON 5. I was about to say, because I know they ain't win.
But technically, like I said, they got
They tied against the Texans. Then you got blown out against the Jags.
The load.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that's two division
Two
games.
division games.
I've been not sold on Matty Ice, bro.
But y'all picked them to win the division, though.
I sure did. I didn't think
it's nasty work, bro. But and it's really nasty work now. So it's like
because you know what's crazy? I picked them to win the division because I was like, hey, bro, like the Titans are gonna regress. And by that notion, the Colts had they just beat the Jags, they'd have been in the playoffs. So I'm like,
Jags
all right, cool, yeah.
win that division.
I'm about to go put some. I'm about to put some money on them to do it because that's what it's doing. Like.
Hey, then look, I would just Apple pay you half and we go to them together, man. Any long shots that you got that you don't want to just put that we can just put a little bit of bread on, I'm with it, bro. Because if they hit, we they hit, man.
Well, listen, y'all know
I'm about to see.
Y'all know we're gonna get fussed out. You know, the share we didn't went over our time, but I want to shout out all the fours. Y'all was here. Y'all definitely was participating in the rat there. I appreciate y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. Send it to all the other players, all your other sports fans that y'all see, any other music fans, you know, your culture fans. Just send it to all the other people. Everybody you know, just send it, just share it, and you know, tell them if they don't like it, just tell us how we can improve. It's just that simple. Part of the people. You know, I'm Hill. It's AJ. That's Cannon. Y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. And we out.